with different law firms all around the world, and every one of them said to me, and they believed it, that they had a strong culture. And we would find out very quickly that what do people mean by culture? What are the habits? What are the daily practices that reinforce or don't reinforce the culture? What is the difference between the rhetoric of culture, which says everybody's has mutual respect, we all get along, we're a collaborative place. Everybody says the same things. Then you go and you find out that the daily practices did not align with that culture. And in retrospect, ours didn't either. Because we found out in going through 10 different mergers, all of which have been successful, which is a unique thing in law firms, that we had to reassess our own culture as part of that. That culture is in the ebb and flow of daily decisions made by hundreds and hundreds of people. And so how do you get at that in terms of growth and development? And I think what Lisa said about its importance is absolutely clear, but it's really in the practicalities of how you reinforce that. And around the edges of your culture, you have to build a fence that says inside of this are the values we espouse, and outside of this fence are things we will absolutely not tolerate. With other firms, we go very quickly from the rhetoric of culture into actual behaviors, and we do all kinds of assessment. I have a 45-page integration plan for mergers that is so specific, it's all behavioral oriented. When do people come to work? Do you tolerate it if they're late? We go through this assessment with every group we do. It sounds very, very picky. I work for a law firm. They're very picky people. But in the end, once you do that, you set expectations that have to be crystal clear, and that reinforces your culture. And when you go to foreign places, you find out there's a lot of tolerance around some of the behavioral things. You have to decide. If you're in Frankfurt, Germany, they're going to be in there at 9 o'clock, and at 9:01, they're all there. Not quite the same in Asia. If you say 9 o'clock, it might be 10. What are your cultural tolerances for that? What is the value you're trying to espouse? And that kind of internal matrix will allow you then to get at the behavioral aspects of culture. Once you have clarity around that, I think you can grow and evolve.
How do you imagine international virtual organization under conditions when you have something to celebrate? One of the things that we recently did, and this gets to the virtual issue, is that we had partners in Italy, Germany, Brazil, Mexico, and Boston, and we're trying to sell some business in Brazil, and we have a Brazilian partner, and we were going to have a phone call about this, and what the Brazilian partner did was sent a bottle of Brazilian beer to everybody before the phone call. And then during the phone call, we opened the bottle of beer and we all sort of drank. Now, I know that if our Australian partner was on the phone call, it would probably be 7:30 in the morning. But knowing that partner, he'd probably drink the beer too. Wouldn't make it. The issue is not it's the symbolism. It's the management of symbols